All right, hello and welcome back. Now I have Lukas here from Lean Code here at the Flutter Firebase Festival, and I have also prepared some questions for you. Thank you that you take the time to answer them for us. The very first question would be, what did you enjoy most here at Flutter Firebase Festival?
Thank you, Max, for having me. Hi, everyone. So first of all, what I enjoy the most is actually the presence here. So we love to engage with community events such as this one. So we love to be in touch with other Flutter developers to see other projects, get inspiration from them. So it's a great combination of the value that we can get from the talks and the inspiration that we can find on the stage, as well as just, by chatting with other old friends and making new friendships here as well.
Cool, very good answer. All right, so the second question would be, how did you and what exactly do you do to engage with the developers on the Flutter Firebase Festival?
Right. For the developers who visit our booth, we don't only have the coffee machine because it's like one of our previous businesses was in the coffee industry. Therefore, the coffee is always with us whenever we go. We try to bring some because we consider it as a very important networking tool. And it's much appreciated on the conferences typically. And the major thing that we have on our booth, to which we invite the people in, is the demo version of the Patrol, which is our UI testing framework. So by being here and experiencing the conference, the visitors could also visit our booth and test the testing framework themselves and see how easy it is to use that. How have we simplified the syntax and how accessible it is from the perspective even of the newbies, so that they can run their full integrated tests on Flutter apps.
Yeah. I really enjoyed how you set up that in a quiz format, asking the questions, and people had to writing their own code and see how it is. So very good idea. I really enjoyed that. So cool. How do you think how important it is that Flutter and Firebase communities are coming closer together at that Flutter Firebase Festival?
Right, this is definitely something exceptional about this conference, right? Because we had a lot of community events this year, since FlutterCon Berlin, even Flutter Connection before in Paris, then Flutter and Friends in Stockholm. And I think this is the key distinction. Like here we are also having a chance to discuss with the Firebase community, to meet together. So I think there is a great source of inspiration for both sides. And it's typically that the innovation happens when those new two areas are, overlapping with each other, and there's a big overlap between Flutter and Firebase, obviously. So it was good to see that. On a daily basis, to be honest, we don't use a lot of Firebase, only specific services, because we are more targeting some enterprise solutions where there's specifically some requirements which are there for the backend side of development, make us use some alternative choices. However, it's still very inspiring, and I think overall for the community it's definitely beneficial to see those both worlds being connected.
All right, and what did motivate Lean Code to join at the Flutter Firebase Festival in the first place?
Since the very beginning of Flutter, we are involved in setting up the communities. It started all in 2020, where we co-founded Flutter Europe. Being organizers there, we knew from the very beginning how important it is to create such an opportunity for the people to unite, to get together, and to finally also network and exchange ideas. Then we founded Flutter Warsaw. So right now, this is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest meetup in Europe. So we are actively collaborating to be as close to the community as possible. Even this year, we've been also partners and sponsors for events such as FlutterCons, Flutter and Friends. So this is the third major event for the community here, happening in Prague. And whenever we can, we try to be as close to the community and participate in those kind of events as possible, right? So if you are, if we have here some meetup organizers from Europe, feel free also to reach out to us. we're very open for to cooperate with local communities, and we find it very beneficial for both sides.
That's very good to know. So if you are an organizer, you know where to go to. Okay, cool. So now, Flutter Firebase Festival is going to the end, right? And as always, we try to improve all together. And do you have some feedback or suggestions how the organizers can do an even better job here at the festival?
I mean, here the crew behind the project is really experienced, like specifically Majid himself, having other events like Vikings, where we also were partners. They know the drill and what it takes to build such a conference. So I think like it is right now our duty in the community to popularize those events and to share the word about that, how great it was here, so that to bring more people in for the next event and make it even more special. So definitely kudos to organizers, and nothing to add here.
Cool. And the last part is, as always, do you want to say something to all the attendees of the Flutter Firebase Festival?
I would say that at the stage where Flutter is currently, it's still very young. So we think that it has matured enough. We think that it is like ready for all kind of solutions. It is from the technical perspective, but we still need to try harder to convince big businesses, to convince enterprises to go into that direction. And how can we do that? By supporting each other, by supporting our own open source frameworks, by supporting our own libraries, by trying to recommend each other for different projects, specifically when it comes to some packages that are being created by the community. So yes, we should collaborate more, be closer to each other, and this is how we can make the Flutter universe even bigger in the future.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time, Lukasz. It was fantastic talking with you, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of the Flutter Firebase Festival.
Thank you for having me, Max.